There we go. There we are. Are we okay? We're not squinty, are we? Good. Well, that was a lot. So it was. That was a lot. I think quite a lot it's actually sunk in though. I'll move on out of the road. Right, well, let me start the car and turn these round. There. There, it's not too dark. Right. Right. Let's go. Ooh. That was a lot. We were talking about black holes, mega black holes, neutron stars, all colliding together and making these waves. There's a police station to the left. Oh, that police van's still sitting there. No boys in blue though. So, I don't even know where to begin with this. The guy actually had met the Queen. See the guy that was doing his speaking? He's got an MBE, the man, right? And he had met the Queen and all that and get his MBE years ago about this gravitational field. It's actually, I don't even know how, right? It's like black holes, right, that have been way out in the distance, way miles, millions, billions, trillions of miles away. Right, so there's two black holes and they're quite close to each other, right? Say they're quite close to each other. And what happens is they start spinning around each other and they get closer to each other and they get closer to each other and then eventually they collide. And when they collide, they let off, like, he said it's like if you throw a stone into water, you know how it's like an explosion in the middle and then all the waves go out further and further and further and further and further. That's exactly what the gravitational waves are. So, here I'm getting a green light tonight. That's amazing. Although this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So that's basically a gravitational wave. So there's two places, I've wrote them down, but there's two of them are in America. There's two places in America, miles away, in different states, right, in different states. And they've got these huge big laser beams, right? It sounds like something for Star Wars. And he did have a few Star Wars puns in there, like May the 4th and all that. And he was talking about black holes and how the dark side, you know, with Darth Vader and all that. So there was a few Star Wars things put in there. But these huge laser beams, you know what it sounds like? Austin Powers freaking laser beams, you know? On sharks, laser beams. Anyway, these big huge laser beams. And what they do is they test for these gravitational waves, right? And essentially it's like going back in time. See these black holes that have collided, or it can be neutron stars, it can be a black hole and a neutron star. It's going to be something massive anyway for us to feel the wave. So these things collided like billions of years ago, do you know what I mean? These things, it's like going back in time, so it is. Look at me talking about all this stuff. Who'd have thought? Anyway, these big lasers fire up into the sky and the two of them detect the same kind of, it looks almost like a radio frequency when you look at it on paper. It looks like a radio frequency, and they can tell we're looking at this radio frequency if these both laser beams have both got these similar readings, that it's gravitational waves. But then, was it Japan? I think it's Japan, I've wrote it in my book, but Japan or somebody, they decided they were going to make one of these laser beams. So they've now made one of these laser beams, right? So now there's 3 of these laser beams floating about, and they're able to tell now what direction in space that these collisions. It must be collisions like black holes or something big, as I've said before. They know whereabouts in the solar system these things have happened. So they actually got a picture, so they did, which was pretty amazing, of something happening. And what it was a star colliding with a black hole, a neutron star colliding with a black hole, and he told us the galaxy, I can't remember, it's got all letters and stuff. So it showed you before the collision, right? And the galaxy looked alright. You could see a few like stars and stuff like that, you know, dotted about. But after the collision, there's a wee black dot where there was no black dot before, and that was the remnants. I don't know what it says. That was the cast off or whatever for these things colliding, for this neutron star getting. They didn't know if it gets sucked up in whole. It can get sucked up in whole, right? Like a Pac-Man, he like Pac-Man that eats. A black hole can suck a star up like that, or it can be like the Cookie Monster. This is, and it can eat bits of the star, but it all ends up the same way. It all ends up in the black hole at the end of the day. But they think that this was like gobbled up like Pac-Man rather than the Cookie Monster. Isn't that great? So it was good, and we all had a wee bit of a laugh as well, because you know the reference to the Cookie Monster and the Star Wars and all the rest of it. But one of the funniest things that I was laughing at was pure class, and it was in Space News, and it was before like the professor guy go. So they were talking about Alan Shepard, right? It was the anniversary of Alan Shepard. Alan Shepard was the first USA astronaut to go out into space, and he went up like no long after the Russians went up. But anyway, he was looking for like things on. Look, it's Brigadoon, guys. Look how misty it is. It's Brigadoon. Oh, he might just go into the mist and then end up a handsome American will just come and sweep me off my bloody feet. Anyway, what was I talking about? No, I'm thinking of Brigadoon. I forgot what was bloody. Oh, Alan Shepard. Right, so this guy that does the Space News, he was looking for some pictures or something of Alan Shepard, and he came across this thing, and somebody had drew a picture of Alan Shepard, and I swear to God, I've never seen do you know where it is bordering on my sketches? Somebody had drew a picture of Alan Shepard, and it was like a cartoon character. It was the most hilarious thing ever. It was really, really hilarious. So I had a good wee laugh at that. So there you go, that's basically it. But I've took notes anyway, But that about the bloody, look at me, things colliding in space that happened billions of years ago and stuff like that. My God. So there you are. And I had my water at half time, There wasn't much space news happening. There wasn't much space news today, but the professor guy, he was on quite. We didn't have our usual like half-hour coffee break, because this guy, there was a lot of it. I tell you, there was a lot of stuff going on. Took notes, and look how the mist's away there, eh? Look how clear it is now. Brigadoon's back there, guys. Brigadoon's back there. Maybe we should just go to Brigadoon and get our kilts on and prance about and drink whiskey all day and dance. Sounds like my kind of weekend, actually, doesn't it? No, I'm off it. So tomorrow I've got lovely grape juice that I'll be drinking on my live stream tomorrow. Look, you can't even see my blue lights. Or is it closer? Let's see if we can see my blue light. Oh, yeah, you can just see them in the distance and no more. Let's speed to this guy. When you see this guy, look, absolutely, that's the A-team, isn't it? That guy's in the A-team. That's what that is. Let's speed to that guy. Anyway, I'm in no rush. Let them speed by me. I don't care. So I enjoyed it, and I think I took in quite a lot. A lot of it, didn't he? He was talking about Albert Einstein and about the E equals MC squared, and he told us what all that meant, and it meant this mile and this billion times, trillion times the ratio of a star. Oh God, I don't know. It was a lot of mathematics. I just sat there and nodded as I do. I was like, oh aye, relativity in that MC equals C squared. Aye, oh I've heard that before. So he was talking about him. But it was good and it was funny. He's actually now the principal or the vice principal of Glasgow University now. This guy, I've took his name down, I'll get his name tomorrow. You can look him up. But he's got an MBE. He said, people were asking him, well, did you get an MBE? It was the Queen that gave him an MBE, right? And he said, somebody said, well, how did that go? He said, she said to me, what do you do? And he explained what he does, you know. And she went, space is a very big place. And he says to the Queen, and it's only getting bigger. That's what he said to the Queen. So I was like, oh, yeah. So it was good anyway, I enjoyed it. So I don't know what we're talking about next week, but that was very interesting, I must say. All these black holes all gobbling up each other though, I'm like, what happens if they start all gobbling each other up and see, this is it, they end up like massive black holes. Now I don't like the sound of that. And he says there's absolutely no light in a black hole. Well, I think that's how they call it a black hole. See, that's when he bring up the wee Darth Vader picture about the dark side and stuff. But the Cookie Monster and that was great. That was great. I'll show you it all tomorrow. I'll explain it all probably better tomorrow when I'm talking to you. But it was good. Enjoyed it. I think we were a wee bit later finishing the night, but so sorry about I can't see who's talking or anything like that, or even if there's anybody here. I could be sitting here talking to myself. So I'm going to go home, I'm going to get a cup of coffee, I'm going to get my jammies on, and I'm getting into bed. Because that was a lot there. That was a lot of learning. As I said, I didn't know all this about black holes eating stars and stuff like that. Makes sense. That's what black holes do, don't they? But these massive lasers, and do you know what they're going to be doing next? Building these lasers but outside the planet. They want to build these, and the name of that is LISA. LISA, and that stands for laser something or other, right? And then they'll be able to find gravitational frequencies further out, even further out. So back in time, even more back in time. So that's, I mean, I don't know why they want to go all the way, but I suppose it's do you know what he said? He said, see one of the guys that had made the lasers and stuff like that, that's how they came up with the laser eye surgery. They found that these lasers done something, and that's how the whole laser eye surgery came about. So it just shows you. Build one thing for one thing and you end up like with laser eye surgery. There you go. Oh, there's quite a lot of youths there. It's a Friday night. So thank you for spending time with me on my drive home. I like talking to you on the way home while it's all fresh in my brain, because I'll probably forget tomorrow. I'll look at my notes and go, what's that say? What does that mean? I'm terrible at taking notes. Terrible, but that's basically it. So I enjoy. There's my wee lights. Wait to see my wee lights, my garden. Can you see my wee tree? My wee tree's got lovely lights on it now. See them? Isn't that pretty? Wait, turn you around. Do you know what? I'll show you my fairy village because it's dark. You want to see my fairy village? Wait till I show you my fairy village because I done something. Wait a minute, wait. I done something to my fairy village. Right, I want you to see it. Tell me if he's liking it. Right, what do I need here? I need my glasses. I need my phone case. And I need my keys. And of course I need juice. Come on. There. Let me turn these round. Ooh, there we go. Right, I'll show you my... I'll show you my fairy village. I'll show you my wee tree. Look, see my wee tree? See my wee lights on it? Nice, and there's all my lovely flowers. Wait till I show you the fairy village. Right, come in. Come in, come in, come in. Right, see all my wee lights? For goodness sake, hold on a minute, guys, hold on. Right. Right, there we go. There. Right, there's all my wee lights. Look at my fairy village. Do you like it? It looks more magical, doesn't it? See, I'll be able to show you my wee flower boxes here. And then up the back I've got lights on my trees as well. But there's the wee fairy village. Cute, eh? That's where the fairies all come alive at night. That's what they do. So thank you everyone for spending time with me. And I'll see you all tomorrow. And I love you very much. Bye everyone.